Good evening, gamers, and welcome back to Hellstormwargaming. My name is Maggie. Thank you so much for tuning in, and welcome to the Monday live stream. I feel like I've been live like every day for the past 5 years, it feels like, and it's so good to be back for another Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you don't know, my name is Maggie. I stream every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and this week we have an interesting stream week. A super exciting stream week, actually, because obviously I was live Saturday, I was also live Sunday, and I'm live now. I'm also going to be live tomorrow for the big Space Marine Marathon, okay? Papaya Pariah, thank you for kicking us off with a big fat 5 gifted. Hell yes, my brother. Thank you so much, I really appreciate you. You are a star, okay? Thank you so much. We are doing the Space Marine 2 Marathon tomorrow. And we're also streaming a game with the brand new Skaven battletome with Big C on Friday. A big week. A very big week, okay? So, no, I haven't played Space Marine 2 yet. Well, I've tested the graphics, but I haven't played Space Marine 2 yet. But I'm going to be playing it from start to finish tomorrow on hard, on solo, okay? So I'm very, very excited for it. It's happening tomorrow at 5 p.m. So if you want to tune in, then that's going to be the time. We're going to be giving away Steam keys. We're going to be doing loads of having fun times with it. And I'm going to be playing solo, on hard, alone. And the stream won't end until it's done. Okay? So tomorrow is going to be an exciting day. Tomorrow's a very exciting day. But we've got some drama to cover. Obviously, we had some interesting Warhammer on stream yesterday. I think is probably the best way to start up and talk about it. What we can say is, again, thank you for Papaya Pariah for the 5 gifted, and also thank you to Mardy Mar for the 28 months. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, bud. Really appreciate it. 28 months, what a legend. 2 and a bit years, let's go. So hello, let me know who you are, where you're watching from, and let's have a little natter, okay? We do have a member goal. We've got 844 members. If we hit 1,000, I'll be getting a tattoo, and I'll be giving away another copy of Space Marine 2. Okay? We're going to be doing loads of giveaways for the next few days, so if you want to support the channel, now's the time. Okay? So welcome, welcome, welcome. Some say I'll be still streaming that playthrough for a year. I'm going to complete it before bed on Wednesday, I reckon. I think before bed on Wednesday, I'll finish it. I don't even think I need to sleep on stream. You can't say things like, I'll get a tattoo and Papaya Pariah could be around to hear it. I mean, there's the challenge. There's the challenge. Saltism, happy birthday for the 1 year. Thanks so much for the 1 year, bud. Do we get to choose the chat? Do we choose the chat? Do we get to choose the tattoo you get? It says in the corner, chat chooses tattoo. Okay. So... there it is. Yes, I will be letting chat choose a tattoo for me if we hit 1,000 members. Okay. So no pressure. I'm going to make sure I get an early night tonight. So tonight's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream because I am going to be live all day tomorrow. Or all night tomorrow. Tattoo has to be a pregnant Sonic. Explain that one away. But are there limits to what we can choose? Well, why don't we get to 1,000 members, then we can discuss the limits. Okay. How do I turn off Steam input? Martin, does Google exist? Right click it, like a controller setting, and turn off turn off Steam input, sorry. I just turned 40, old hammerer. Welcome. Thank you for the 17-month steel, man. Happy birthday to you. 40 years old. 40 is the new 30, I say. Reckon it has to be a huge back piece of papaya like Steve on Jackass style. Well, you guys are going to help design it if we make it, but we are on his way. We've only got 154 members to go, which has been done before in a single stream. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. It has been done before. 154 members. That would be wild. How about a VT logo? I think they'd sue me. I think he'd sue me, right? Me and Mikey can have matching, right? Oh, Jake, imagine. Imagine, that would be quite funny. Oh, you're doing well, Jake. Thanks for popping on the stream on Saturday. That was really cool of you. Tattoo should be of Magoo calling a war. Well, it could be. It could be. Need to break out the reading Warcom article strat to get 50 subs. Hell yeah. So yeah, so if we hit 1,000 members, basically what's going to happen is in the Discord, exclamation point Discord if you haven't already, exclamation point Discord, make sure you link your account if you are a member as well. You get way more access to the Discord. The members area will start choosing elements of the tattoo, and then I'll go and get it a fit like properly drawn, and then I'll get it tattooed live on stream. So we'll be doing a tattoo stream. And again, I'm very bad at getting tattoos, just to let you know. So it could be funny. It could be very funny. Could be a very interesting stream, that's for sure. But thank you, Free Radio Armageddon, for the gifted. I really appreciate it, bud. Well, the number's gone down now. 155 members to go. The problem is, chat, is the longer you leave it, the more we lose as well. It's like a fucking leaky bowl. I don't know, a leaky cup. I don't know, a leaky boat. There we go. Because every time we hit like that 30-day mark from the previous gifted, we lose one. You know? Kay's cooking tattoo. A Kay's cooking tattoo would be very funny. But I would get it. Yeah, I've like made a promise. Hell steaming with Magoo and a pair of pint pots. You know all about Lee K, old man. What are you about, Lee K? What are you insinuating? I don't play the PvP match. I'm not too fond of it. I think my title's not very good because everyone thinks I'm talking about Space Marine 2. I'm not talking about Space Marine 2 tomorrow. Today. I'm talking about Space Marine 2 tomorrow. I'm talking about this game that happened yesterday. Okay. That's what we're talking about. Everyone's coming in talking about Space Marine 2. You're old, pissed your pants, that's why you were late to stream. Thanks, mate. Do I put that, talking about that final game? We're not talking about Space Marine 2 till tomorrow. That's happening tomorrow. But Space Marine 2 is tomorrow. Chat, I will say though, I will say that Focus Entertainment finally sent me a Steam key. They finally sent me a Steam key. I was moaning about it on Wednesday, being like, I haven't been sent one and I've been scammed. They finally sent me one. So thank you to Focus Entertainment for sending me a fucking Steam key, finally. I got this. Look, it says promo on the end. It's cool as fuck. It's cool AF. And also they said the campaign was 10 to 12 hours. So maybe starting at 5 is a terrible idea. Maybe starting at 5 is a terrible idea. Definitely not clickbait. It's not even clickbait. What do you mean? What about it is clickbait? I need to update it. Talking about the Goonhammer game. That Goonhammer game. Yo, I see the Chief. Thank you for the 10 gifted, bud. That's what you owe me. You owe me another 5. You owe me another 5, I see you, Chief. Thank you for the 10 gifted, mate. I really appreciate it. There we go. We're on our way up. We're on our way up. I see Chief was leeching my Discord earlier, so I told him he owed me 10 members. You need to earn that. Well, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Tattoo-wise, just a big picture of a Space Marine with Thatcher's head riding a Spitfire or something. Just show how proudly right-wing Mikey is. Well, we ain't there yet, so you better get working. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. We ain't there yet. We can all theorize as much as we want, but if we get to 1,000, that's when we can probably do it. But as I said, we've got a big week this week. We're doing the big Space Marine 2 marathon tomorrow. And then, again, the stream won't end until I finish it. So if I'm up until 6 in the morning still playing, so be it. If I have to sleep on stream, so be it. That is what I'm willing to do tomorrow. And then I'll probably take Wednesday off. I probably won't be doing the morning news this week, but then I'll be back Friday with a battle report between me and Big C. I'm hoping to go and pick up my new army. I just need to go and chat to the guy to go pick it up. Need to chat to Toby. I'm hoping to run Iron Jaws versus the new Skaven. That's the whole reason. Okay. We've got hopefully new Iron Jaws versus new Skaven, which should be very sick. Big pig. Yes, we have big pigs. Big pigs, mini pigs, slightly bigger pigs, brutes, and roots. No morning news. How will I know it's Wednesday? Because you'll see me very tired, probably. Speaking of Big C Gaming, how does he like the case? I did pass him over. I told him to drop you a message. I told you to drop you a message. He might not have got around to it yet. He's had a busy weekend, lad. Wasn't Big C great on stream though? I streamed the Goonhammer Open this weekend with Big C and Magoo. Weren't they both great? I thought they did really well. The streams as a whole, viewership wise, didn't do great. as I knew going into it, because I knew it was going to happen. But overall, I think Big C and Magoo had a great time. More like King C and King Magoo. They were really good. Big C's roving report updates on Sunday were great. Yeah, I think Big C like really found his footing with the roving reporting. You know, like going around, finding the scores, doing little updates and stuff. They really found their footing. I think he did really great. The problem it's because we couldn't do it on the Saturday. We kind of ran out of tables to talk about on the Sunday, and then it was like during the final, it was the final, and there's no one else undefeated, you know, which is that was a bit of a shame. If we had 3 people on the Saturday, it would have been cool to have Big C do that a little bit more. But yeah, maybe next time or something else. Maybe we'll see. We shall see. Love you, mate. Obviously, it's perfect. Don't have to worry about the claw getting absolutely obliterated in transit. Yeah, yeah, the case is cool. So, appreciate it, Brian. Thanks for sending some cases over for the Skaven. So, what the drama? Lehman, I'll get into it, brother. Chill out, bro. I'm in a way, not watch the weekend, unveil the drama. It's not like I fucking bait you all. I love to tell you all the drama. You just have to wait for me to get there, you know? I'll be there next year whether you like it or not. What, streaming or Goonhammer? Swerve and talk about the comical Kill Team eBay leak drama instead. I have no idea what that means. Is Kill Team on eBay? What? I have no idea what you're talking about, honestly. Not even a fucking joke, fucking whatever. I have no idea. Someone sold the new Hellstorm box on eBay for 236 quid. Oh. 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 Oopsie doopsie. Somebody's been naughty. Fucking hell. Only Warhammer, right? I didn't think he was out of prison yet. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wowza. Has anyone got the eBay link? Has anyone got the eBay link? So I'm gonna look. That's naughty. It's only Warhammer though, right? Like, this doesn't happen a lot outside of... I mean, there are leaks in everything, right? But it doesn't... Like, it feels like in Warhammer, everything gets leaked. I think it's probably because it's, like, such a physical product, if that makes sense. Like, video games get leaked all the time. Like, Valve's game got leaked and it even said, please don't leak this. Sadly, no leaks. Well, you know, I'll be honest. I think leaks are a bit cringe. I understand people are excited, but they're a bit cringe because I make videos about rules and then they get leaked like 4 days early and then I just delete the video. It's from a very selfish cringeness, but I like make videos about rules and stuff and new releases, and then someone's like leaking it 2 weeks beforehand or a week before. Brutal. Actually brutal. So, cool. No rules review of Kill Team when I get a hold of my own copy. That can go in the bin. As if they fucking put it on eBay. 236 quid. I'm going to say it's not that much more retail, I guess. I'm going to say it's not that much more. It's not going to be that much more in retail. So they got a bit of a bargain. So they went on Facebook Marketplace. Who sold it on Facebook Marketplace? Surely they have a name. Surely they'll have a name because Facebook isn't exactly fucking anonymous, is it? I'm not bothered about looking at the leaks of the rules. I'm more bothered about the fucking eBay link. Can't you just review the leak? Are you fucking stupid? Are you brain dead? Yeah, GW, don't worry. You don't need to send me anything. I'll just review the leak. I've just searched Hellstorm on Facebook and nothing's come up. I don't know why. I wonder why. It's not within 10 kilometers of me. Can you look at the sold on this thing? Sold. Nada. Nada. I can't show you anything. It's my personal Facebook, so I don't leak anything. I just want to see if there's a... I wanted to see if I could see it, you know? No. I obviously don't care enough because I don't have any need to go looking for leaks to get things a few days early. Yeah, I mean, fucking, it's just everywhere anyway, right? Also, it's always reviews the leaks. I guess he doesn't have an NDA. I don't know if that was really obvious or not. I can't believe Mikey leaks Hellstorm then sold it on eBay, shaking my head. I don't even have Hellstorm to sell. I don't even have it to sell. It's just fucking wild though, isn't it? It's just like everything. Loads and loads just seems to be ended up on eBay. Of course you don't have it. You sold it. I have beaten those allegations. It feels like nearly every release gets fucking leaked or sold on eBay or something. There's like the entirety of the fucking Slaves for Darkness ended up on eBay early. Dante was on eBay early. Now this is on eBay early. Like, who are they sending it to who has no fucking crass? And it's just like, you know what? I'll put it on eBay. Not even like selling it to a mate, you know? Actually fucking wild, to be honest. Still down for selling me the guard releases. I have a guard army. I keep it for myself. The pages of the printer leaking for Imperial Agents and AOS New Edition was still wild. Yeah, that was the craziest one, right? That was the crazy one. It's the fucking printer leak. Don't make me have to win it in another raffle. I like making money out of you, Josh. What can I say? By the way, 5 more members. Where's the new BA Combat Patrol out? I don't know. Has Games Workshop posted about it? If not, I probably either don't know or can't say. And it's probably the latter. No, the former. They can't say. They don't know bit. Who said it to me? On an unrelated note, thanks for the Hellstorm box, mate. I don't have one to sell. I don't even have one. I don't even have one. I want 236 quid. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. That's funny though. That is funny. Anyway. Don't have one now. No, I don't have one. I've never owned one. Okay? I won't own one. I probably won't own one. I especially won't own one if you keep saying I sold it on eBay. Alright? Actions have repercussions, chat. Stop spamming chat. G2 has more leaks than the Titanic. If G2 is the Titanic, what's the iceberg? You know? And don't say the lore theories about Space Marines actually... I don't know. I've got no theories. I got no iceberg memes. Grimslayer. Yeah, I don't have Hellstorm because Grimslayer probably won it. Prove you haven't resold the BA box stuff. What are these fucking claims of me reselling stuff? Excuse me? What are these fucking allegations? What are these allegations about Blood Angels? These allegations about me reselling. You've seen my Blood Angels. You literally saw them. You did start your career as a bits reseller. Fuck, you're so right to say that. You're so right to pull up my past. I've changed. I've changed. I don't scalp anymore. I don't scalp anymore. I don't drive round to all the hobby shops to buy limited edition codexes and then put them on eBay 99p with no reserve, alright? Look, if people pay the money, that's their fault, okay? Need the alleged pop on. That one. If people want to pay that much, that's on them. If I put it on at 99p with no reserve, I'm the good guy, okay? I'm like, who wants it for £1, right? Who wants this £80, like limited edition codex of in 8th edition for 99p? It's not my fault they want to pay more. What's the name of Mikey's eBay scalper account? I don't have it anymore. I don't have it anymore. But I did rebrand it to Hellstorm. I should do that on Broken Spoke. It doesn't work anymore, Decknull. It doesn't work because people just buy them now. They make enough. Are you gold? What is goldfish blue? What do you mean? Are you goldfish blue? What is it? Is it drama that you're reselling nothing to do with Space Marine 2? I'm not talking about Space Marine 2! Fuck off and play it! I'll play Space Marine 2 tomorrow! It says it on screen! What are you talking about? I'm going to be talking about the Goonhammer final. Okay? That game that happened yesterday on the channel. I'm not talking about Space Marine 2. Touchy. I'm so tired. Everyone keeps talking about Space Marine 2 and it's like, yeah, great. I'll play it tomorrow. I'm really tired. I don't want to play it today. I thought it was a running marathon tomorrow. No, Josh, it's a relay race, okay? It's actually a relay race tomorrow. You can run. I can run so fast. You should have seen me. Also, when are we getting the vest bid? I don't know. Ask someone who bought it on eBay. All right? I don't fucking know. I don't scalp anymore. Okay? I don't put stuff on eBay. All right? Shut up. Mikey can't talk about Space Marine 2. He used the cash on buying a high sun box from So funny. We're gonna get you for 235 box of Jaegers. How about that? I got them again. I can just sell it in the price.
So when you play Space Marine 2, what chapter you using? Blood Ravens or?
What chapter do you think I'm using, brother? It's Blood Ravens or bust. I'm going to start playing as a Blood Raven, and then I'm going to tweet every day at Focus, being like, why the fuck can I change my lens colour from red to green? Okay? What can I get? What can I get from you for 235 and Papaya Price and almost 50 members? That's funny. That's very funny. You can change it to green. You just need to level up a bit. Today he's Hellstorm. I am. Hellstorm. Am I being sassy? I'm very sassy. Mikey Funny Super All Stars by auction off his free. I don't auction anything off. Okay. I either use it for the channel or I give it away. Either to you or to people around me to make content with. But I'd say thank you to Jordan for the 30 months. Appreciate it, bud. Thank you so much for the 30 months. That's very kind of you, mate. And I see the Chief thanks for the 34 months as well. It says only 2 months short of Mikey's future prison sentence for scalping the guilty box early. No! 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 Stop it! Stop, one dot protects too much. Shut up! Stop it! Alright, yeah, if I give it away to Grimslayer exclusively. Gitface, thanks for the 44 months. Holy shit, dude. Almost 4 years. So what you're saying is today isn't about Space Marine 2. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a scalper, correct. And you're not a Tory, also correct. Honest, gov, nudge, nudge, wink. No, we don't need... Get rid of the nudge, nudge, wink, wink. We don't need that. We don't need that at the end. Everything else, correct. Everything else is perfectly correct. I'm not sure why I'm getting all these allegations. I'm not sure why I'm getting all these fucking people claiming shit that just doesn't happen. I'm not sure what I did to deserve this. All I did was stream an excellent event at the weekend. And this is what I returned to. This is what I returned to. Have you seen the stream setup? It's mint. How do you think he pays for that? Also, the lobster dinner yesterday was mint. You know how I pay for that? By getting members, all right? Become a member. If you want to keep insulting me, if you're going to keep insulting me, I'm going to expect more members, okay? I'm going to make it member gifting only. You're only going to be able to talk to me unless you can't talk to me unless you've gifted. That's where we're getting to, okay? That's where we're going to be at if you fuckers carry on. I'm going to scam the fuck out of you. Anyway, chat. I love you all. You fucking knobheads. Stop talking about Space Marine 2. We're doing Space Marine 2. We're doing Space Marine 2 tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow. If everyone does some allegations, there's some truth out there. No, that's called collective bandwagoning, okay? Chat got up and chose violence. I wish I chose violence. Okay? Mickey could have a tragic accident if he keeps leaking his process like that. Everyone else noticed him looking a bit redder. Needs to keep doing it. He needs to look like Blood Raven's armor. I need to look like Reliquary Red. Okay. All right, chat. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. This weekend, I streamed the Goonhammer Open. Live from Leicester, we streamed 6 rounds of Warhammer 40k. Myself, Big C and Magoo brought you some of the best coverage possible with me at the helm. So it was all right. I think it was all right. Okay, I think it was all right. I think it looked pretty good. I think the overall stream looked pretty good. I think the commentary was decent. I think the vibes were cool. But there was a little bit of an elephant, okay? Before I talk about the elephant, I want to kind of like clarify that this isn't an attack at either player. It isn't an attack on anyone. It isn't an attack anyone involved. It's more of an analytical thing about the vibe of streaming Warhammer, okay? So this isn't an attack on the players. Well, I think the players could have had a nicer attitude at the time, let's be honest, okay? But this isn't really an attack on, like... I mean, I think sportsmanship goes a long way, but this isn't that conversation. This is the conversation of how to stream Warhammer, right? And how to deal with situations. Because basically, without being out... Because it's live and everyone kind of saw it happen if you were watching yesterday, it's not something that I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to blank the names and stuff, okay? We streamed the Goonhammer Open, and we streamed the final, okay? The final was Danny versus Alex, and it was for the golden ticket, for the golden belt, and to become the champion of the event, right? And overall, the match started pretty healthily, but quickly devolved into, for lack of better term, quite childish behavior from probably both players. I'm not saying, I'm not going to say who started it, because that's not what I'm here to claim. But all I'm going to say is the game generally devolved from both players, right? Now, the reason that happened is kind of like, we can't really say, okay? It's the 6th round of a tournament, okay? Both players are going to be pretty tired. The fact that they're both playing very hard armies and they're both trying to get a win is obviously going to have an effect, be a factor as well. But the problem is when these games happen, they need an active TO, they need an active judge at the table, and obviously when things happen on stream, that is then publicized to the world, right? And it's a bit of a funny one because obviously, as I said, we streamed the game. We streamed the game yesterday, and both players were just basically very shirty about everything.
It's also another big question, you know?
Yeah. They both remember what
You
term
know,
it is.
they were both playing, again, it was Necrons versus Blood Angels. It was a pretty tight final in terms of, like, both players were arguing over millimeters, arguing about tiny gaps, about spinning models to the nth degree to be able to do something, and just arguing with each other, basically. It was like trying to manage 2 kids. It was trying to manage 2 young kids who were just arguing about something the entire game. Does feel a bit like of a lads you're playing with kiddie dollies rolling dice to make them go pew pew have a Fosters. Yeah, for sure, because ultimately the thing is with it is like when you're competing with Warhammer is that you are playing with toy soldiers and it is a game, but there are stakes to that game of being like a champion of an event to win prizes, etc. But the stark contrast of this game, where they are winning a golden ticket and a golden belt, compared to the weekend before, where they're winning a golden ticket and a giant wad of cash, was very different. And I'm actually surprised it was this way around, you know? Which is actually, when you kind of like put it that way, it's actually quite surprising. Now, obviously I know these 2 people, and honestly, I probably could have foretold that this interaction was about to happen, you know? Because I just know them, okay? And some of you might know them as well, and I'm not really trying to look at like the history of any player, but I'm trying to like talk about like the situation at the time. Because I think not to blow smoke up my arse, right? Not to like blow smoke up my own arse, but when I stream events, I think you need to be able to like have a heavy hand with judging at the time, right? Because I think these streams aren't unique, you know. These types of games happen a lot, and they happen a lot on camera, you know. They happen a lot on camera because the players don't forget themselves, but they're also trying to win. You know, they're trying to make sure that they're doing everything they can to better their opponent, whether to be perfect or to do it, again, lack of better term, not really criticizing either player. I'm talking about the situation as a whole, but trying to screw each other over, you know, trying to be like, well, no, you've made a mistake, that's over, you know, not like, kind of like a bit of a gotcha hammer, but like this, for example, like checking line of sight to the nth degree. And it's like, yeah, it has to be perfect, but there is an element of like playing with intention, which was discussed at the start of this game, that quickly disappeared come turn 2, you know? And both players were basically just being, again, I'm not saying who started it, but pretty childish with each other, I would say, which is a bit of a shame, really. But I've seen this a lot. I've seen this on multiple live streams, and a lot of the time, I think you kind of end up just being on the sideline and just watching it happen, including the people streaming the event. And again, I'm not calling out anyone either, but I think there's an element that maybe I do that other people don't do, is when I'm streaming a table, I actively judge the table. One of my stipulations of streaming a tournament, right, is a kind of like, yo, if you want me to stream your event, I choose the tables, I choose the matchups, but also I'm the judge for the table, okay? You know, I'm probably not going to issue yellow cards. I'm probably not going to be like, well, I don't like that proxy model, but they've already agreed to it or anything like that. But any actions on the table, I want to be the active judge, because ultimately I'm putting on a show, you know? And whilst the players are there as players, they're also representing themselves, they're representing their own team, they're representing themselves, their sportsmanship and their skill set as a player, right? And what we don't want is for a shit situation to happen like yesterday, because it was, let's be honest, let's all sit around it as adults. Again, if the people who aren't wearing the stream were watching, I'm not calling either of you out personally, I'm just saying as the situation as a whole, the way things devolved wasn't great, okay? But what I'm trying to say is that, like, I think if you have these things and you do have, and you are streaming it, if you have this sort of game, I do think as someone who's covering the game, you have like a duty of care for the players to control the situation, because ultimately I know more about the repercussions of being a knobhead publicly online than they might do, right? Because I do it all day, every day. I sit here, get accused of fucking scalping or whatever, just for jokes and stuff. But like jokes aside, them being childish with each other and calling each other out and playing the game unsportsmanlike only makes them look bad. But you also don't want to put them in a situation where you're like, well, I'm streaming the event and they're making themselves look bad, and that's it. Tough luck. They shouldn't have been like that, you know. Because basically, I think if I hadn't stepped in this game, you know, if I hadn't stepped in this game would have just devolved, and there'd probably be like 19 Reddit threads talking about like the word they would use would be cheating and unsportsmanship and just like trying to gotcha each other. You know, that would probably be the language that they would use if there wasn't someone like mediating it. And essentially, I was like trying to be a mediator, and it's one of the one table I've had to mediate the most. You know, and I kind of like went up to the players. I was like, look, lads, we're all adults, but we're all on camera. We need to like hold it back a little bit. And it helped a little bit, but it didn't do much. But like, I think a lot of the time, I think the problem is that some players, and this is something I've heard directly when I've gone up and asked people to be on stream, is kind of like, no, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to be called out for being a cheater, you know? And I don't think people are saying that to be like, oh, well, they're a cheater, so I don't want to be on camera to get caught. It's more like, I think there's like definitely a very real mindset or thought process of like, well, if I go on a live stream and something goes wrong, someone might call me out for cheating when I've just made a mistake. I might have a bad interaction and people see me in a negative light, you know? And then people don't want to be on a live stream because ultimately, when you are live streaming a game, in the situation that I spoke about before, with not having like a third-party mediator, which is what I was essentially trying to be, right? Because that's why I try to be on the table. If it's needed, if it's not needed, I just tell the players, I'm the judge, but I'm just watching your game and I just want you guys to play the game. I'm not really here to tell you what to do or anything. I just want you to play the game as normal. But if I see anything, I'll be up there to help. If I see anything, I'll like come over and just stand there while you guys work it out. Because then if it's like, if you have got a question, a third party can just jump in, like a line of sight question, for example. But if you don't have that, there's like, as a player going on stream, there is more risk than reward, I would say, you know. There is way more risk because I said, like, as Mercer says, in his Tommy, he gets stressed streaming because he's worried if he makes a mistake, he gets accused of being a cheat. Because if you don't have someone like me who would, like, read the chat and go in and work things out, you know, and go in and be like, hey, we've made a mistake because chat has pointed something, like, chat has pointed out a stratagem that was misplayed, or chat has pointed out a dice roll that was missed, and we go, like, and resolve it, you're just kind of watching, and there's, for the player, they're going to be called a cheat, they're going to be called playing gotcha or whatever, you know, and ultimately, they probably just made a mistake because Warhammer is a very complex game, and most people make mistakes, but most people don't have 7 cameras looking at the table, right? Because, and then that's what I mean, that's where you kind of like get the idea or the mindset comes from, is being like, there is way more risk being a player on stream than there is reward. Whereas I think if you have like an active judge who is also streaming the table, I think having an active judge is only beneficial to both players. And what that means is is that by playing on stream, you have myself or anyone else who's streaming an event wherever in the world, plus whoever is watching as an active judge who's going to try and keep the game fair and consistent. And it's probably going to be the most perfectly picked up, because it's not perfectly because you made mistake to be picked up, but the most perfectly picked up game you've ever played. And that's really what you want as a player on the top table, realistically, unless you are being nefarious, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it's like if you'd only have a problem with wanting to play the fairest game possible where every dice roll is perfect. You'd only have a problem with that if you're a bit of a knobhead, you know? Like, even here, like, when these players are, like, rapid ingress and trying to deep strike, both players were pretty fine with it, but I was like, no, that's way too close. And I was just like, hey, just go in and budge it back, you know? That's not cheating. That's them going, oh, it looks like a 9. And I was like, I don't think that looks like a 9, because I know those rectangles are 10 inches. That Canoptek Spider's base is more than an inch, so I know they can't tuck in quite that close. So I just kind of went, you know, here, can we correct it at the time? Neither player is probably trying to cheat. Maybe actively you can kind of say, well, the Blood Angels are deep striking an inch closer, that is definitely cheating. But it's also probably a mistake because you hold the 9-inch tape measure 5 inches above the floor and perspective kicks in, and you suddenly don't know, you don't realize that you're deep striking so close compared to where you should be. But it's just little things like that. Like, that's again like a little example of being like, having that extra person to be like, no skin in the game. I don't care who wins or lose. All I care about as a streamer is like making sure both players are playing the fairest game possible and not trying to cheat each other. And I just want good telly. That's all I care about. I want good telly. I want cool moments, and I want both players to have a good time. Because when both players have a good time, they're usually chatty, they're jokey, we get some laughs out of them, and some cool stuff happens. Now, actually watching it back, that Lamartis is definitely within 9 inches. You know, it shouldn't be there. Let's all be honest. But obviously, the both players are playing on a clock. It's round 6 and it's a stressful time. But I think we can kind of like look past it. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Every single table in a tournament, realistically, in the state of Warhammer 40k as it is right now, needs an active judge. However, you can't afford that. No event can afford a single person to sit at every single table to make sure the game is being played perfectly. But realistically, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every table should have that if you want to play the most perfect Warhammer in a tournament. But that is just obviously unachievable. But I feel like as a streamer, and if you are streaming events, you watch this, right? If you are watching this and you are a streamer, or you're considering streaming events and stuff like that, you bought a few cameras, you're just about to make a start, I think you have to take a very real consideration and being like, what is the point of players playing on my stream? What do they gain out of it? And ultimately, I think the minimum they should gain is an active judge to be able to make sure they are both playing, them and their opponent, both playing a very fair game. Because I don't think there's not much else you can offer them unless you're paying them to play on stream, right? There's not much else you can offer them. If they turn it to a tournament and they're asked to play on stream, they are putting up their image, for better or worse. They might not even realize it at the time. They are putting up their image to be like to the world, and ultimately there could be a situation arise like we had yesterday of two players banging heads and not getting on during the game, and all they do is make themselves look bad, whether they realize it or not. And as the streamer, you've just gained out of them, right? Also to point out, you can spot that intention with Lamartie's in knowing he has a 90 charge no matter what from there. There's still so many issues after movement after, but not much. Yeah, but then don't forget, at this point, this is also a rapid ingress, right? So if this Lamartie's is about to move, he's going to move 12 from here rather than 12 from there, which is obviously like an inch and a bit difference. But again, I'm just saying, we pushed them back anyway, but it's just one of those things. It's kind of like, people make mistakes, whether it's trying to game or not. It might be. I'm not trying to say that either player is trying to game anything. I'm trying to say I think we need to realize as a community that if we are watching people play live, those people are only putting themselves at risk in return for the viewers' entertainment. And I think the least people can do is, if they are streaming an event, is to actively judge tables. Have you ever had many top tables back out of streaming? I had it quite a lot of a couple of events. Now, one of the stipulations, if we do stream an event, is kind of like you are right to refuse a game throughout the event, but the top table pretty much is expected to play on the top table outside of like extreme reasons, you know, like you wait for GW, you know. I think there's a fine line between oh, let me bring this up actually. I think there's a fine line between a fair game and I'm going to be a pendant about and spend most of the game. I can't read. I think it's a fine line between a fair game. I'm gonna be a pedant and spend most of the game clock being a bit of an ass about the minutiae. Yeah, exactly. And again, that's the problem. Is like, you know, it's like those players were like butting heads, and if I hadn't have stepped in, it would have just evolved even more. It was kind of like I was like trying to be like that third party of just being like, hey, come on lads, I'll make the decision here. You guys don't have to. I don't care who wins or loses. Ultimately, I have no biases in it. If one of you wins and one of you loses, great. If one of you wins and the other one loses, I don't care, you know. All I want is a nice show, because that's what I'm trying to do, you know. And I think, yeah, like ultimately every table needs a third party independent judge on a table. Obviously you can't have that because you can't afford it, because not everyone fucking playing is like not everyone, like a ticket's 50 quid. That only just covers the venue usually. Just catching up with chat. In my opinion, All Stars 2 is All Stars 2 final was a masterclass on how to do a final on stream. Friendly, professional, and well played. I think the vibes are different as well, right? Because it was like, I was streaming it with Tom and Ryan, obviously, because obviously I jumped in midway through after I'd done the awards and stuff. But after that ended, it was it was just 4 or 5 people, right? There was not many people, no one else in the room at that point. There was just us chilling on the sofa, Innes and Matt, who were both playing, who could all actually just hear everything we were saying. And then a couple of people sat around waiting for the game to finish so they could finish backing up. It was actually really actually really intimate for a final, which was quite nice. And then, but yeah, like ultimately, because I'm like, I think the difference in that game is definitely the players. That is probably the biggest factor. But also, it's kind of like, because I feel like it's because it was like my event, and my events tend to have just like an overall different vibe. I feel like I love Goonhammer. I think they're great. I feel like they could do a lot more in terms of like actively judging. I don't think they do much active judging compared. But I feel like because of the active judging that I do to everybody at an event, right? I think there's like a general vibe. Whereas then you come up in another event up to one table exclusively, and we do the same thing to that one table. The vibe is a little bit different, especially when it comes to like round 6 in an event, you know? Really naff, but I'd love to see an event where streams are from those bottom lower tables, just see a difference in gameplay. Yeah, I think a lot of people think that, and like kind of like see like rose tinted glasses of like that might be quite cool. But I think the problem with that will be if the games are a whitewash, you know. Because a lot more lower tables are usually a whitewash, like one player getting table quite quickly. Okay, go to the next Hellstorm event, send a location. Naz just found out you can win 500 quid at a tournament. You don't have to play assholes. So now he wants to know. Now he wants to know. But yeah, I'll hopefully be announcing the next big event soon. Just waiting for the venue to get back to me, that's all. $500 buckaroos, bro. Hell yeah. But I do have an event at Sanctuary at the end of end of November. It's not a golden ticket event. It's not a cash prize event, but it is pretty chill. That is so much 40k money to be spent. Yeah, literally. It's funny that you win a prize and that is still not enough to buy the army that you bought to win the event. But it's more than most. It's more than most. 500 gets you about 300 points of AdMech. I think it's 295 these days. 295 points. Because they went down in points, bro. So yeah, that was just basically my little finish up. It's what I wanted to say yesterday, but obviously it was like 10.5 hours of a day. And it's like I couldn't really like formulate my thoughts, but I've had time to like kind of mull it over and kind of go, I think streamers have a duty of care for the people they have on their stream to say either save them from a situation or save them from themselves of being made to look like assholes, whether that's because they've been doing something habitually and now they're doing it on camera again. We've seen that with certain players around the community on streams before, such as rolling dice, rolling a 2 and saying it was a 5 and picking up the dice. We've seen it with people arguing on stream. We've seen it with water bottles. We've seen it all on streams, right? But I think as a streamer, you have a duty of care for the players to either save them from themselves from doing something stupid, but also saving them from situation and trying to control the situation if the two players aren't getting on for any reason, you know? Like, again, like we saw yesterday, the two players weren't getting on at all. So, it's one of those, right? I think that's the kind of, like, thought process I'm going in with. I think if we are letting people play in our stream, and ultimately, let's be honest, actively profiting from people playing on stream, you know, whether that's a little bit or a lot, because I know some people make more than others, right? It's like when you are on someone's live stream, they are trying to profit from you, you know, they're trying to gain super chats, members, Patreon support, anything, you know, whether it's just like from people just doing it out of the goodness of their heart or because they're trying to push it, right? I think if you are going to be using people to profit, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing because you are putting on a show and that does cost a lot of money, I think you have a duty of care to those players to look after them while they're on stream, right? Why do we need active judging when we've got 100 active judges in here? No, exactly. I think that's totally fine. I think because like we saw yesterday, like someone pointed out the Doomsday out was shooting in combat, so it was -1 to hit and it stays still, so it's +1 to hit. I think there's a few people that pointed that out. So I checked it and then went back and just we resolved that at the time, you know. And I think that's okay. And I think other times people just wouldn't care, wouldn't bother. But yeah, I think as I'm always trying to say, I always like analyze things in a way that to like raise the bar for situations, whether that's tournaments, streaming, anything that I'm involved with. All I want to do is make sure people are doing it better. You know, I think people need to be better. I think people need to do things better because I think Warhammer in general has got a very people do things the same all the time and don't really change ways. And I think we've kind of like done to death putting people on the top table and hoping for the best. And I think, yeah, like, as I said, if you're going to be using people to profit from, you have a duty of care to look after them while they're on stream. You certainly save some reputation. TJ Lanigan has to wear GoPro to every event just so people trust him. I don't think he wears GoPro anymore, but yeah, TJ Lanigan has definitely improved himself and shown that he's willing to change, right? Definitely shown he's willing to change. You can profit from me anytime. Yes, Daz, let's go. OnlyFans. Warhammer OnlyFans hasn't been done yet. Proper Warhammer OnlyFans. Just sexy Warhammer. But as a streamer, you have a duty of care to provide your audience with entertainment, and we all love drama. Nick, why do you think I'm sat here talking, right? Watch about the whole game earlier. You did a fantastic job. I think both under time and stream pressure are trying so hard to win that they get in a mindset where every move needs to benefit them. Yeah, exactly. And again, I just want to reiterate that I'm not blaming either player for any of the situation. I'm just talking about the situation as it was, right? I'm like talking about like the fact that the situation as a whole. I'm not saying either player has done anything wrong. I do think both players were as bad as each other. That is what I'm saying. But I'm not saying either player started it or blaming either player for the situation. What I'm trying to say is when these situations arise, I think streamers have a duty of care, and I don't think that always happens. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Then Danny forgot the heavy again. Next turn. Excellent. Mikey, we found the fix to a judge system. A live chatter gets assigned to a table to be the active judge. Well, one chatter to every table. You know, 100 tables, 200 people, 2 people gets to watch each game. Okay, you get in the queue, you pull your ticket out, and then you'll be randomly assigned a table that you're allowed to watch, and you have to judge it. You gift a membership to make a ruling. Excellent. All right, maybe we do that then. Maybe that's what we do. Look at the tight highlights of that. Randomly selected to look after the table. It's so frustrating when the streamer's clearly spotted a big mistake and doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't want to call anyone in particular out because I think it is just the general vibe. The general thing to do is just put cameras up and watch the game and not say much. But I think, yeah, I honestly think that is the most important thing you should do. I think you should definitely speak to the players and talk and say, hey, this isn't right. Can we fix it now? Is it being a sporting opponent in the most tournament packs as a rule? Yeah. Most of the time, being sporting is pretty. It's pretty standard to be like to be sporting. It's like pretty well adopted. Like most packs are like you must be sporting, but ultimately these players were not exactly not being sporting. They were just trying to question everything against each other to make sure both players got the best result. That's essentially what I think they were happening, right? A law is mandated by the TOs, not the streamer. What do you mean? Which bit's mandated by the TOs, not the streamer? I'm on drink by game 3, so ticking that box isn't hard. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some events tell the streamer not to interfere. Yeah, I think that's wrong. If that is actually true, which I don't know if it is or not. I don't know if that is true or not. But yeah, I think if you are a streamer, if someone's saying that, just be like, I don't want to stream the games then. You know? I don't think anyone in right mind can sit and watch someone cheat and not say anything. You know? Like, let's say actively cheating. Surely they're not just sat there saying nothing. Do you worry that stream coverage might suffer from you being at the table judging too much? Yeah. I think, like, obviously, like, yesterday was, like, a really prime example of not having to judge the table more than I'm actually doing the coverage. Was a problem. You know? That was, like, because ultimately that's not, I shouldn't be at the table that much. So yeah, basically. I do agree that, yeah, that is a bit of a problem. Because again, like I said, like when I'm covering an event, I want to actively judge it because I don't want people just to cheat and then fucking everybody use my stream to go on Reddit to complain about a player, right? That's what I don't want. Because like ultimately I don't care if my stream gets shared about and people talk about it. That's great for me. Cool. I don't want that player to be attacked because they played on my stream, right? Because they went, oh yeah, I'll come play. Whether they're being nefarious or not, I don't want that then to be used against them on Reddit or whatever. To be like, look at this guy, isn't he a wanker? That's what I want to avoid. And I think, yeah, if I'm constantly at the table trying to judge them and trying to check everything, that's also a problem, you know? And I didn't want to be at the table that much for them for that game because that was way too much. That's I think we can all sit here as adults and go, yeah, I was stood at the table for probably an hour and a half, if not more, of the game. Where my job there was to stream the game, you know. And again, I'm not blaming either player for me being up there. I'm talking about the situation that happened. The players bumped heads, in my opinion. I don't think either player was being extremely worse than the other. I think I don't really know who started it, but once it had started, it was both players, you know? So yeah, so it's like, I didn't want to be at the table that entire time because my job is there to stream it and cover it. And yeah, I and Magoo to rely on to the commentator. Big C to be able to jump on. When the mics died, I had to like step away to watch so I knew what was happening. But then I managed to fix it so I could sit back down and stream again. But yeah, I don't want to be in that situation. I don't want to have to do it. But I also think for the integrity of the game, I'd rather the player mics be on and me be actively judging than fucking letting the players cheat and get shit wrong or whatever. I think I'd rather have a closer, proper game, basically. And again, I'm not trying to call out either player. We don't have to sit in the chat insulting one or protecting the other. That's not what I'm really trying to say. That's not the point of the conversation. And I think I'm not trying to use my platform to allow people to dogpile on anyone. I'm not doing that. I'm talking about like the theoretical analysis of it. Honestly, if it's a final, I would expect a TO or judge to be at the table with the full game just for integrity. Yeah, exactly. You know, and ultimately, I've got the best view of the table, and I don't know everything both players are saying to each other because like I can turn it on and off for the stream. When I'm talking over the top and I'm talking about theoretical movements and stuff, me and whoever's commentating, whether that's Big C, Magoo, or Tom or whoever, we can hear every single word that's being said at all times. You know, that's why we're like, right, let's cut back to them because they're about to start shooting because we're listening to everything. So I've got the best view of the table. I know exactly what both players are saying. So the way to, I can judge the table the best because I can see and hear everything. There's no like, I don't have to move around. I don't have to do anything. I've got cameras that can move and I can see everything. But yeah, I don't think sitting there watching something happen that's wrong should be allowed. Because I think, again, duty of care. That's what I'm trying to say. Do you have to be a streamer, though? Just have a judge assigned to it so you don't have to. No, well, that's the thing. A lot of the time, events don't have enough staff to judge the top table and run the events, right? Yeah, maybe top table, if I'm like, I'm going to judge the table, they should be like, don't worry about it, we've got it. Because I don't think there is enough TOs, so I'm trying to lend my support. But it's like, yeah, it's ultimately being detrimental to it could be seen as detrimental to the stream. I didn't really consider it that way. Because my most important thing is if there's a game happening on stream, I want to make sure it's the best game played and the players aren't cheating each other or whatever. So LGT is about 60 people, 4-0, and for top tables, and I bet about 5 judges. I think they'll be lucky to have 5 judges. I'm not gonna talk about my opinion on the LGT. I don't think I've said enough in the past. They just don't pay enough staff. Also, too long didn't read. Feel free to rewind because you're on a live stream on YouTube. The joy of YouTube is that when I've literally just finished the topic, just as you say, what's the too long didn't read, feel free to rewind. If you join the discussion, don't forget to become a member or gift. That's also true, Mercenary. You can become a member or gift. But there you go. There's my rant. There's my rant about the game that happened on stream. And just talking about just the general vibe. I think, as I said, if you're going to stream a tournament, look after the people that are playing on stream, right? Unless the video is over 11 hours and 55 minutes, in which case, cut tough luck. All right, Kayari, you got me there. Well done. Well done. Well done. Papaya Pariah, thank you for the 5 gifted as well. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Holy fuck. Thanks to the 10 gifted today. I really appreciate everybody. We've had a whole bunch of gifted today. It's really kind. That's really, really kind. We are actually pretty close to the goal. We are actually pretty close to the goal, which is actually pretty funny. We're a lot closer. 140 away. Holy fuck, we're 140 away from getting a tattoo. That's actually wild. That is actually wild. But yeah, if you got anything else that you want to add to the conversation, that's great. I'm gonna read through the chat and have a look what you guys have been saying while I've been ranting. I do appreciate the gift of Papaya Prior. Thank you so much, mate. If you want to support the channel, you can gift just like Papaya Prior. Become a member for as little as £1.99. You can send us questions via postcards and super chats. And also, if you really like me, you really want to hang out, you can join the Parasocial Gang, which is my new club on WhatsApp, and you can become a member and join that, which would be really cool. It's one of my highest level tiers, but by highest level, you get all the full behind the scenes, get to chat to me all the time. Just caught up on some of the drama. Just add your bit about your events being super chill. I put that down to a lot of people who attend or in Discord and already saw and know each other. Yeah, true. Yeah, I think that's very valid. I think like knowing each other is obviously super important. It's like but I think a lot of it comes down to just kind of like I like to think I try and manage people's expectations And I make sure I say hello to every single person at the event at all times, multiple times throughout the weekend. But yeah, I think a lot of it is kind of like everyone kind of knows each other, which I think helps because you have quite large groups kind of hanging out, you know, rather than just like one or two players being on their own. But even then, it's like the world don't know anyone and still have a great time and aren't really a problem. Parasocial gang only contains the coolest people. That's also true. That's also very true. So does 740 of memberships if one person wants to get you over the line. If someone sends us over the line now, they can choose the tattoo exclusively. Just catching up. That's just what I'm doing, chat. I'm not just staring at the screen. I'm rolling through chat. Goonhammer had some issues with their Heresy doubles event this weekend too. Players bringing very much the broken stuff. Titan and multiple contemptors over sticking to the event's narrative theme. Yeah, I saw that people, Ian, were complaining about it on Twitter. But that is, I think that is a case of, if you're not there, stop moaning. But there's a long Twitter thread of someone, a certain influencer, being a bit of a about it, you know, a little bit of an L take, a little bit of a cringe take. I think if you're at a narrative event and something weird happens, that's part of the narrative, rather than being like someone being really gamey. Just going back to when you mentioned about Lamarty's being deployed too far, he actually hadn't finished deploying and repositioned a minute later. Potentially, yeah. I'm just saying. I did literally just watch the entire game though, and I don't remember it move. I didn't see it move until the movement phase, but maybe I was wrong. But again, that's not the point. It's just an example, right? I always really like the contempt of law. Yeah, at what point? I think the situation with the Heresy Titan, and I kind of like heard about it because obviously I was having dinner with the TOs and stuff like that. We found the Titans, we had a look, but it was kind of like once in a blue moon situation happened, and then the players complained about it, and it was like no one else really cared. I think what happened is someone played against 3 Contemptors and a Warhound Titan, which had the 7-inch. As far as I'm aware, I don't really know because I wasn't really privy to it. But from what I've heard from the people involved, is like someone had like a 7-inch pie plate plasma blast gun on the plasma for the Warhound or something, and someone was using an exclusively deep striking army. And obviously, with deep striking, you can have mishaps happen. And if there's one type of mishap, which is like a 1, then a 1 roll in, the opponent places the army or the models that are deep striking instead. And this detachment is kind of like one person's entire army deep strikes together, and it all mishapped. So the opponent put it all in one big blob and then shot it with a pie plate and just blew it all up in one turn. Obviously, if that person wasn't running fucking exclusively deep striking, and that wouldn't have happened. If they'd actually brought like a different, rather than like a probably, as far as I'm aware, quite a well put together Heresy list that deep strikes and alphas the army, that wouldn't have happened. It is literally like a kind of like an unlucky situation. Heresy players complaining, never. I don't complain about nothing. That's not controversial. That's hilarious. It is hilarious, yeah. If that's the case, again, I'm pretty sure that's what happened, but that is like hearsay. I'm not saying that exactly happened, you know? But that's what I was told from one of the person who complained, because I had dinner with them, and then the TO as well. But yeah, they just fucking, they mishapped, so they put everything into a big pile and then shot the fuck out of it with 2 plasma blast guns. I think that's funny. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, get fucked, unlucky. You know, let's have a re-rack and try again, but the results are done. But then obviously they complained, and that led to Arbitrary and complaining on Twitter about it. And just being a bit of an arsehole about it when he's not even at the event. If the players had a problem, they complained to the TO, and the TO dealt with it. And then Arbitrary goes on Twitter to complain about it. And it's a bit like, you're not at that event. You weren't intending to be at that event. It's not affecting you. How much should you be saying about it as someone with a lot of influence? For argument's sake, I can't believe my Titan got Alpha Strike by Deep Striking Blood Angels. Oh my god, this game is broken. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the fun of Heresy. Yeah, it's fucking, that's the narrative. Guess what? Sometimes your entire army will be countered because the enemy knew what was going to happen. That, in my opinion, is narrative. But no. No. Mr. Ian had to have an opinion about it because it was an organised event again. He's unfollowed me now. Unlucky. Massive drop site catastrophes in my Heresy. But that's what led into fucking doing the Titan hunt, the Titan search. Where was it? I said Big C with a roving camera. It's not loading now. Let's see if we can find it. It was just before game 2, right? Or game 3. Or was it after game 1? It might have been after game 1. Yeah, it was after game 1. We went looking for the Titan. Because we have roving cameras for the streams now as well. So we could send someone with a microphone and running round.
However, Big C, what's happening in the rest of the hall? Do you want to have a walk round? We're like literally mobile. I'll tell you if you go too far. Look at that. That's just everyone playing. Hello. Hello, everyone. There we go.
Such high tech. I had my phone held up against a microphone.
Everyone's having a great time.
It looks like it. Looks like it. Beautiful.
Where's the Titan? There's guard. Not in my Heresy. I made that joke yesterday. But it's cool. It's cool. We got to like have a proper look around and have a wander around the event and have a nosy what was going on. And I think, as I said, there was 2 Titans. I don't know which one was the Titan and the Dreadnoughts. But we found that one. That didn't have plasma. And then there was another one, I think, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty chuffed. I said to have like a roving camera moving around was pretty sick. That army was nice, to be fair. I don't hear my voice. Unlucky.
One more. What we got? Let's go.
Oh, that's got turbo laser.
Let's go.
I don't know what the other gun is. It might be plasma. That might be the army. That might be the Warhound and 3 Dreadnoughts. I see Dreadnoughts.
This looks like a mini game. Look at the table. Look at the Warhound. Look at the Vortex Beast.
Maybe that's the one, chat. Maybe we found it. Hearing your voice is horrific. I reckon the call ends and I hate when they play calls back and I'm in them. Grim. Not gonna lie, if I went to Heresy narrative event, I'd bring a fuck off model. Went to some of the Warhammer World 2v2 and taken Baneblades and all sorts. Yeah, and that's the thing. It was a Heresy doubles narrative, I think it was. And it's like, the dice tell the stories, you know? Stop complaining. I think they only won that one game as well. I think they only won that one single game, as far as I'm aware. Ian also has a fun take on Kill Team news. Oh, God. So Kill Teams are going to be tournament legal for 2 years and then rotate out, but remain playable. Makes sense for people who want competitive gaming, manageable for balance, and in no way affects general players. Clever. The only way this could backfire is if players ignore the actual intent and insist that only classified teams are playable, and surely Warhammer players would never be that stupid. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I also don't like this. This is obviously the Kill Team news of being like, all teams are on a 4-year rotation. These only have 1 year left because they're all last edition. These are all at least 2 years. You know? I think that's a valid concern in that one. His concern about the Goonhammer is misplaced, though. There's one. It's good for the game. Probably. Don't deny that. It's a thing that trading cards have done for decades. Yeah, I agree, but it's not a fucking card game. That's the problem, you know? It's just annoying, though. But yeah, because I think people take Legends to heart, I just hope that Kill Team manages it properly to be like, you know, only in tournaments outside of that go ham. You know? I just realised my box is missing. Huh. Nope, that didn't work. God damn it. Screenshot. I deleted it. Fucking hell. Anyway. I think you're fine, George. He said those people don't deserve to play. Well, yeah, having a fucking very normal response is not what Ian does. If you spend 1,000 on a Titan and loads of hours paying it, fucking play with it. No, I agree. Honestly, I'll be forgetting if they dump the remaining few companion teams into like a White Dwarf or something. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, these will only last an extra year. Outside of like organized play, does it matter if you play them? No. Will people still play them? If the messaging is correct. But this is essentially what they're doing in Age of Sigmar, right? It's not new. Age of Sigmar has a year for the Stormcast and the Beastmen and the Orc clans, whatever they're called. The fucking... what are they called? The Greenskins. Savage Orcs. What are they called now? Someone else remind me. The AOS version. But that's the same. They've got a year shelf life. This is the same. This is 1 year shelf life into the first edition. Then they get canned. because I think they're trying to reduce the amount of products they're making. Bone splitters, thank you. Yeah, so bone splitters have a 1-year shelf life competitively. After that, they won't be. But if people just ignore it, it doesn't matter. You know, you can just play. You can just continue to play anything. You know, any army, any models, as long as it's got rules, it doesn't really matter. But people take it to heart all the time. That's kind of like the problem. It's such a wild thing when you start to think about faction loyalty. If you're a Custodians or Grey Knight player, you just can't play Kill Team as them. They don't have any rules at all, do they? Do they have Custodians have any rules? Because this is all just kill teams, right? They've actually been released. And Compendium isn't really something that's going to remain now. Compendium is dead. Tyranids also don't have a kill team. Yeah. But that kind of makes sense, right? Some of them kind of make sense. Tyranids wouldn't really have a kill team. They don't operate like that. Great. Custodians wouldn't really have a kill team. That's not really like... They wouldn't operate like that. Everything else would. They'd have Brood Brothers, etc. That's a kill team. This is like one lick. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you in theory, it's just a weird situation. No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree, no. But yeah, it's kind of like... the narrative of like a tyranny kill team doesn't really make sense. They're always just a big menace. The closer you got is the Brood Brother one. When was that? Is that here? Brood Brothers, there, literally the knife. Imperial / Chaos Knights don't have to kill teams either. Also true. Also true. There's also going to be a lot of weirdly iconic 40k things like the game. No Power Armor Sisters, no Old Boys, no generic Cadian Guardsmen. You don't know what they're going to release next though, right? Because you're all like, all these are going. They might re-release some. They might do some slightly differently, you know. There's going to be no Space Marines after the first year. You know, in 40k, there's no Space Marine faction because there's a Phobos strike team. And then there's no Space Marines here. The Scouts, they're not really Space Marines. They're Scouts. They'll just re-release them slightly differently, you know. Have a different unit that does it. Like Orc Commandos is a great one, but they could have like a Beast Snagger one. Angels of what's Angels of Death then? Oh, they keep Space Marines, lol. Lol. Did that come in a box? No? Because that was the launch of the... What's Angels of Death? That didn't get a kit, did it? It's just Space Marines. It's one you made yourself. Right, okay. That's funny. That's quite funny. They were like, all of these preset ones with classic kit, or new kits. And whatever the fuck you want in this one. That's quite funny, actually. Interesting. Yeah, I thought it was only the Phobos one they had left. What else do we know? What else does GW know? Obviously, we had the Skaven come out. The battletome, from what I've read, not a lot changed. Because we had the new Skaven. Obviously, Big C absolutely fucking nailed it. Look at the fucking state of this. Look at the state of this. Didn't he fucking nail it? So fucking good. So fucking good. So you're going to see this guy on stream on Friday, by the way. Do many people use custodians in Kill Team for new players because it was simple to learn with few models? Maybe. That was a while ago though, right? Companion stuff was ages ago. So Big C painted up Visit Scour. And I think they're going to be trying to paint up a little bit more this week as well. I can't promise that. I'm not expecting them to paint much more. But I think he wants to paint the Doom Flares. Big C giving Big D energy with his painting skills and streaming. Yeah. It's so nice. We're going to be playing this on Friday night, on Friday's Battle Report. Skaven versus Iron Jaws, I'm hoping. I'm hoping to go pick up the Iron Jaws on Thursday from Toby. I don't know if I have pictures of the Iron Jaws. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Let's have a nosy. Let's have a nosy. No, he hasn't. He's tweeted one picture with him, but it's just one on the board. Cool, great paint job on him, thanks. I just don't know, like, I've got, like, someone, like, in a Facebook chat, but I don't want to, like, dox anything, that's all. I don't, like, go scrolling through a group chat. But I was like, I'm sure we've got a picture somewhere. A little baby scroll chat. Talk amongst yourselves. Nearly there, I think. I found a picture of one of them. I don't think he ever posted one. I don't even have a fucking army picture. All I got a picture of is the screenshot of him selling them. That's all I've got. I'm going to screenshot the screenshot to show you an example of what I've got. I just need to go collect them. No, I fucking lost it. Fuck. God damn it, he's so dumb. This is going to be a shit picture. Wow, look at the pixels on this. Wow, Iron Jaws. Look at the pixels. Wow, that's all I got. That's all the picture I can find. Wow, Iron Jaws. There you go, chat. Potato cam. Okay, it's a leak direct from Games Workshop. It's a potato cam, as you can see. So I'm hopefully picking this up so I can play it on stream on Friday. I've got no idea how they play. I've got no idea. But I'm excited to play them. I'm very excited to try them out. This is gonna work. Pinkerton's at the door now. I just don't have a fucking picture. Are they real? Did I actually buy anything? I sent him money. I think I sent him money. It was like a Facebook post fucking months ago. That's the problem. Iron Jaws leaked and Hellstorm sales in the same stream. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. Can you search notifications? Probably not. I'm going to pick up my army. That's what you think. I'm going to lose a kidney. Is that what you're saying? Chat, I'm just scrolling my notifications 2 months ago. I'm just scrolling, hoping that it'll eventually load. I don't think it's going to work. He's Skaven's version of Kragnos. Yeah, so visit Scour. Oh, it goes for a week away. How did he never post a picture of the dick? How did he never post a picture of them? Not one. Not one picture. Are we joking? I mean, one more look just in case. Just in case. Is that Toby's? No, that's Soulblight. This isn't the Gaff group chat, you see, and I don't want to leak everything. God knows what's in there. I only check it once in a month. Yeah, I don't think he ever posted a picture of them. I found them! Now we go! Found them! Let's go! Big pig. This is the army. This is the army, chat. Hell yeah, you can actually see it. You can actually see it, look. Look at that. They actually look good. Hasn't Toby done a great job? This is hopefully what I'm picking up this week. I just need to message him about it. Hell yeah. There we go. We can see the army now. So you got these ones. I don't know what any of this does. Anyone know? Chat, what does this army do? There's more than this, by the way. What does this army do, though? I've got no idea. We've got some hard boys. Got some brutes. Got some rager things. Charges and deals damage. Isn't that most armies in AOS? And then the big pig. What does the big pig do? Roll sixes. It will with me behind the elm, lad. Orc War Clans. Orc War Clans. War Scrolls. What does the big pig do? Big pig. Big pig. Is that a Tusk boss? It doesn't look like a Tusk boss. It looks like the normal unit. Morgrunter Gouger. Yeah, it looks like a Morgrunter Gouger. If this unit is charged, pick an enemy unit within 1 inch, roll a dice and add number of momentum points it has to the roll. On a 5+, it has to strike last. Each time this unit uses a charge ability, it gains 1 momentum. Each time it uses a run ability, it gains 2 momentum. It can have a max of 3. Add the number of momentum points to this unit's damage characteristic of Morgrunter's Tusk. At the end of each battle round, subtract 1 from its momentum points to a minimum of 0. So the Tusks will be damaged 5. What the fuck? Bruh. Bruh. It's got choppers, trotters, and tusks. This is the unit that Decknell brought up about the fact that it has companion, so the ability technically didn't work, which is very funny. How does Orc War Clans work these days? Ironjaw's armies, Cruel Boy's armies. You can't mix anymore, right? I don't think you can mix anymore. Which is fine. What else do we have? We have the Hard Boy boss. Add one to shield bash rolls, friendly hard boys or the holder within 12. And if a friendly hard boys unit is holder within 12, add 3 additional... You can make 3 additional rally rolls. Okay, decent. Poorly from the Cruel Boys. Cruel Boys are really broken. Cruel Boys are like super broken. No one knows how to play them properly. I think that's a problem. A War Chanter as... You have your phone and get back to work, Michael. I'm talking to chat. Shut up. Stop texting me while I'm streaming. If any enemy model was slain this turn by these unit combat attacks, give this unit D3 ritual points. Oh, he's a priest. He's a priest. And then a shaman being the big wizard. Add one to this unit's power level while there are any friendly iron jaws that have 10 or more models within 12. Bro, you don't play AOS. I play AOS better than you. I've only lost 2 games. Bruh, I've only lost 2 games of Age of Sigmar. Ever. In fourth. I ran the one and only, the biggest spearhead event on the planet. You only played 2 games? That's not true. That's not true. I played more than 2 games on the channel, I think. Does Spearhead count or just AOS? I beat you at Sanctuary. I said in 4th, Dr. Donald. Excuse me. I said ever in 4th. Okay. 1 there. 2. Fuck. And then a recorded one. Pre-recorded AOS game. There's one there. Playing again. Did you lose more Crusher to a Pepper Sun? Not in 4th, I didn't. Not in fucking 4th, I didn't. And also in 3rd edition, I fucking went to one tournament, a team tournament, and I was the only player on the team, barring the first round, which didn't count because it was a bye, to 20-0 every opponent. Alright? You want to fucking critique me, Mr. 45,000 views on one video about AOS? Huh? You want to look at that? Well, look at that big fucking number. I played against fucking Liam. Oh, Liam Dempsey. Liam Dempsey. He played AOS. Guess what? Never had Bone Reapers on the channel. Where is it? Where is it? It's somewhere. Sylvaneth versus Bone Reapers. Oh, look at that. It's your boy. Guess who won? It was me again. It was me again.
They have the score. It's like 4 points instead of...
There we go. Look at that. 34 points. You've never seen so many points. You've never seen so many points in Age of Sigmar. What can I say? The big number I see is my waist size. You know what, bro? Me too. So anyway, I'm playing these. I just don't know what to fucking do with them. I've got 2 more crushers as well. I've got loads of pigs. I don't think the pigs are very good. What are they? Ragers? Are they called? What are these ones called? Brutes with no tops. Brute Ragers. 3 attacks. 4s, 2s. 1, 2. Anti-monster plus 1 rend. Run and charge. And strike first if it charges. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. For 140 points for 3. Brute Ragers. 3 health, 1 control, fire up save. Brutes, obviously they're good because they have enemy models with health characteristics of 1 or 2 cannot contest objectives. They're wreckers. What's the difference? Weird Brute Wreckers. They've got a hat on, though. Oh, they got chain. They do have Chain Smasher, to be fair. They can also run in charge. They've got a different weapon. Okay. So it's the ball and chain. The ball and chain makes the difference. What do Wreckers have? Oh, they have a massive sword. Oh, right. Okay. These are anti-infantry. Chain Smasher. 6 attacks. 4s, 3s, 1-1. Anti-rend infantry. Anti-infantry rend 1. I'm fucking in, my gamer. Wreckers can have all weapons. The real difference is the face. Wreckers have only got chains. I built the wrong ones. I bought them like this. I don't know which one's which. Weird Brute Wreckers are the ones that have Chain Smasher, and Ragers have Rager weapons. But what's a Rager weapon? Could it be anything? I think anti-infantry rend with 6 attacks is actually pretty decent, though. Because ultimately, your main weapon is brutes. With brute weapons and gore chopper. But that's what I got to play with. That and then a little bit more. So that's what I'm running on Friday. Probably a more crusher. Some other shit. Some more brutes. I've got a fuck ton of brutes, to be fair. And then maybe Gordrak. Well, I'm not too sure. I'll chat to the Parasocial gang and see what they think. I'll chat to the Parasocial gang and see what they think about what list I should run. Or what type of list I'd run. But I'm actually really excited. It's a really pretty army. It's going to be a little mismatch with my other army, but I'm going to, like, redo the new ones. Where are you playing Friday? At the studio. At the studio against New Skaven. Because as I said, Big C's painted up the New Skaven, so we're playing New Skaven versus Iron Jaws. On stream. Isn't he sick? Such a cool model. But anyway, chat. Mans need to run fast. Well, they've got advance and charge. It's going to be fine. Oh, chat. Tomorrow, speaking of, look at that. What a beautiful picture that is. What a beautiful picture by Tio Tave. Great picture. Tomorrow, I'm going to be live again from 5. Hopefully I feel better and I'm more awake. But tomorrow I'm going to be live from 5 doing the Space Marine Marathon. Okay? So tomorrow from 5 PM, I'm going to be playing Space Marine in this room until I finish it. Okay? The stream won't end until it's done. That's the game plan. That's the plan. Been playing it since Friday. Love it. On hard, no help, solo. Live at 5, defending the hive. Yeah, so I'm going to be playing it on hard. I'm going to be playing it solo. I'm not going to have any assistance. And I'm going to be playing it on stream until it's beat. Okay? I'm not doing max. I'm doing hard. Everyone else is playing on easy, bro. Everyone else is playing on fucking easy, brother. I say 18 hours. Well, it's going to be a long stream then, isn't it? What can I say? So I'll be live again tomorrow at 5, so make sure you tune in. I really appreciate you all hanging out today. Thanks for all the members. Tomorrow, we're also going to be giving away free keys. We're going to be giving away free keys and download codes for Space Marine 2. So make sure you tune in. Dude, hard is hard. Do you think I'm a wuss? Do you think I sit here and I say I'm a gamer and then I play on easy mode? You think it's hard? I'm going to be done in like 3 hours, bro. I'm going to be done in like 3 hours max. All right? I'm going to fly through it. I'm going to be like, I wish I played it on super hard mode. I wish I played it on extremely hard mode. But I'm going to play on hard. Just to be like, look, lads, come on. Let's not be ridiculous. Death counter, of course. No forfeits on this one. The forfeit is I can't turn the stream off until I've finished it. That's the forfeit. You know? The forfeit is the longer it takes, the longer I'm live. What if you die in the tutorial? It's fucking... I pressed the death counter button. No leaving your chair for a pee either. That's not the stipulation. The stream won't go off. Except unless I need to reset it for 12 hours. But the stream won't end until I beat it. So, if you want to tune in tomorrow at 5, as I mentioned, that'd be very sick. We have a whole key to give away, maybe multiple, depending on how things go. Okay? Maybe every so many deaths I give away Space Marine. How about that? That could be interesting. That could be interesting, couldn't it? That would be fun. You know I'm the God Gamer. You're all just talking shit, alright? Every challenge that I've set that you've all gone, well, it's actually going to be really hard. I've finished it. Okay? I've done it. So don't fuck with me. If you want to see me do it, you want to be fucking eating your hat, maybe this isn't the stream for you, because I am the God Gamer. I'm going to be done at 10, all right? 10 o'clock, it's going to be over, and we're watching the credits and in bed early, all right? You know I want to play, right? Can you make sure there's an Xbox key? Yeah, why not? Does CD keys do Xbox keys? Can I digitally order a Space Marine key for the Xbox? Maybe. Let's have a look. PC, PC, PC. Xbox. Yeah, I could do Xbox ones. Dawn of War 2, though. Yeah, it's Space Marine key. Dawn of War 2 Retribution race packs. 59p. Oh, it's out of stock. Never mind. I can do Europe and UK. Oh, I do Steam. Alright, everyone's posting about these keys, by the way. These Goblin Games Planet shit. Just buy it off CD keys for 40 quid, by the way. Just buy it off CD keys for 40 quid and call it a day. What sort of brother would you be if you didn't gift it to me? God Gamer, because I'm not going to die, so I'm not going to have to give... I'm not going to give away any keys. Alright? How many deaths shall we do per key? Chat, let's be realistic. How many deaths per key? 50? 1,000? Every 5 deaths. Are you fucking high? I won't even be giving away. I won't be giving away a key. I would say 10. Right. You finish before 10, I'll gift you a Warhammer certificate. What's a Warhammer certificate? I don't want it. I would say 50 for hard. Yeah, okay. Maybe. If we hit the tattoo goal, I'll give away 3 keys. Papaya Pie can only make so many donations if I can't afford infinite keys. So we're going to be back tomorrow at 5 PM, everyone. Okay, so tune in tomorrow. Get it on your phone. Get it on your computer in the background. Tune in for a fun stream tomorrow of marathoning Space Marine 2, start to finish, non-stop, okay? The stream will be on as long as the game isn't finished. The campaign, solo, on hard. So that's the plan. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, everyone. 5 PM. Don't miss it. 5 PM UK time. See you there. See you in a bit. Bye-bye. Bye. Listen to Metal Beethoven. Say bye.